that shot?
No.
No.
Yeah, because I love to stop it. And also, I will go with a bit of fade because I can hit fade.
Okay.
But if the conditions are normal, I'll go with a draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are you much happier with a left pin placement
Yeah.
than you are a right pin
Yes,
placement?
left.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I can draw it in towards the hole.
Okay. Okay. Tell me about your left hand grip. So set up. What do you know about this position here? What do you know about, you see these knuckles here?
Yeah.
Right? Right. That's helping you to have that draw.
Yeah.
Right? So because your left hand is a little bit strong, your right hand is not as strong as your left hand.
Yeah.
So
it compensates it a bit.
I'd like to see you work together a little bit more. And so this is why I'm sharing this with you, is so that to give you an opportunity to be better at a right pin placement. So that might be making it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
If I ask you to hit a fade, it's hard to do with a pitching wedge, but if I ask you to hit a fade with a 6-iron, right, you may find that if you don't change the grip, right, based on the shot you want to hit. So it's a function of whether or not you back off that left hand a little bit, just to see if it gives you the flight that you like, it makes it easier for you to get to that right pin placement. Right? It's important because we don't want to lose yardage when we hit the cut. We're going to lose a little bit of yardage when we hit the cut, but we don't want it to be a big difference. Yeah. We still want a good active release, even though we're working it left to right. Okay? On all clubs, those scoring lines, when they're level at the moment of impact, it puts a backward spin on the ball. Okay. When that spin is on horizontal axis, right? The only thing a golf ball can do is go straight up and straight down, like an airplane, right? If we're on an airplane and the wings are flat, right? That airplane wants to go straight. Now, in order for an airplane to go a different direction, what does it do? It doesn't turn, does it?
No.
It does a little bit with the tail, right? But it does this with the wings, and then where does the plane go?
Right.
It goes this way, doesn't it? Right? So if I'm flying along and I'm going straight, and I'm going to go over there to land, okay? I'm going to take the plane and go like this. Well, if it impacts, right, the way this angle is set, this angle right there, if it's such that at the moment of impact, those scoring lines are up a little bit, that creates some of that right to left flight. So that can be part of what's happening with this flight. It could also be a little bit of those, the knuckles on the left hand. You get to experiment with, are you finding benefit to have a look at what's going on with the strength of the left-hand grip? Right, that's something that you'd have to explore. So, but I was curious because I'm, this right to left that I'm seeing. I'm just curious. Let me watch you hit this one. This is your 50. Tell me about that shot right there. Did same target? Did the same target?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Pushed a bit.
Okay.
Push it a bit.
Okay. Okay, one more. I have a machine that I can measure the angles. So I'm going to do some measurements, but before because it's down at the that tent down there. So let's do this. Let's have you hit 6 iron. Let's just keep the same target. You know, the ball's going to go farther, obviously, but let's just keep the same alignment. This is my favorite, one of the cameras, the Jackpot Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go up to his studio?
No, I just ordered it online.
Okay. Are you going to try to go see his studio while you're here?
Yeah.
His gallery up in Encinitas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that shot and the shot before it, which one do you like better?
The shot.
This one?
Yeah.
This one, yeah. So there's a little bit less of that. Yeah. So it's the this. Can I make an adjustment to it? I can always adjust it back. Okay. You can, if you want to keep hitting balls straight, but give me just a couple minutes so I can see what this is. I'm going to make an adjustment. I'm going to have you hit some more shots, and we're going to see what you're getting. Is it a good thing, or is it a not so good thing, or is it not really sure?
So do you think it's the line that making the draw, or is it my grip?
My suspicion is, well, it could be one or both, but it might be easier for you to stay with the grip that you have, right? And we change the line angle to see, does that make it easier for you for the right pin placement? Okay. I mean, that's what we get to test. Because changing grip, you're pretty far along in your golf. Changing the grip is kind of a sensitive thing to do.
Yeah, and like I have tournament one day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want to change the grip.
Yeah, and so also remember with that in mind, having a tournament tomorrow, if we find out today that we change the line angle and we prefer that flight, if we find that we like that, we probably ought to just let you have your tournament tomorrow and then maybe meet again and readdress whether or not we now have some time to make the adjustments and that you can get used to those ball flights. Because I don't need you having a left pin placement and then we make some change and now you're hitting it beautiful, but it's starting on the right side of the green and it's just holding its line. Yeah, we like that, but we don't want that when you got that left pin placement that you're counting on it to come back through. So we'll figure that. The way we're going to answer your question is we're going to watch ball flights
by changing the line.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't do anything with this or this. There's no change there, right? But I went from, again, I bent this, right? So when I go like this with the shaft, I didn't bend the shaft up here, I bent the toe down, right? So I made those scoring lines a little bit lower, okay? To see whether or not we start to get a ball flight that we like, right? My job is to help my golfers to reduce the severity and the frequency of their miss, okay? All of us go out and miss it. That's what we do in this game. We want to keep our misses to a minimum, right? So we're experimenting to see whether or not we change the equipment to see if it brings us a more manageable flight, more consistent manageable flight. It's really good there. See, that flight right there, I like that flight.
Yeah, it's good.
Right? I like the sound, I like the contact, I like the trajectory, I like the speed, I like the carry yardage, I like the land angle, I like all of it, right?